pianist Miles Black is with me in the studio today. Hi, Miles.
Hello.
So you've got a national tour coming up this summer with your quartet.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to take you to some of the jazz festivals, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the tour.
It's a Canada Council-funded tour of the eastern Canada provinces and spreading all the way back to Victoria.
Back to Victoria?
Yeah.
So you're finishing up in Victoria?
Yeah, we're actually finishing in Vancouver, but it goes as far west as Victoria.
Ah, I see.
And
So what cities are you going to be taking in on the tour?
we start in Winnipeg, and then we go to Quebec City for 3 days, and then we go to Toronto for a couple of days, and then we do the Prairie provinces all the way over to Victoria, then to Vancouver, and then a week later we head over to Montreal.
So it's sort of back and forth,
Back and forth.
zigzagging across the country.
Yeah, that's right.
And are these all jazz festival dates?
Mm-hmm. They're all, I believe, Du Maurier Jazz Festival dates in Canada.
Right. So how did you go about securing all the dates and organizing the tour? Did you do it all on your own, or did you
No.
have a little help?
I got a lot of help. My wife actually did did all of it. She acted as a manager, and aside from running her own business, she had a little spare time while I was in Banff, and she set up this cross-Canada tour and managed to get the funding and all that sort of stuff.
Is that a lengthy kind of process?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's ongoing. I mean, she's still in the processes of making hotel accommodation reservations and all, and there's just so much work that goes into it. It seems like it really never ends.
What do you have to do to get the grant? Do you submit music and a detailed outline, a proposal?
Yeah, we make a demo tape, and then we put together a biography of the band, and a photograph, and based on that, it goes to a panel of judges, and I don't know if it might even go to a couple of panel of judges. It's fairly rigorous detailing that goes into it.
Well, you've got an excellent group with you. I've actually seen you guys play. You've got a great lineup. How did you get the group together, and how did you choose each of the players?
I've been in a trio with Miles Hill, the bassist, and so I was very familiar and comfortable with his work, and Claude Ranger, the drummer, and Miles and I have worked as a rhythm section for Kate Hammett-Vaughan's band 3 Hits and a Miss, and Tom and I had a duo that we've been working on various duo settings, and that's always been very successful.
That's Tom Keenlyside.
Yeah,
right?
Tom Keenlyside, the saxophonist and flautist, and then also we're in Skywalk together, so we have a natural musical rapport. And then I just decided, well, I'd love to assemble a band, but a quintet. I mean, for a leader of a band, making phone calls to organize rehearsals and this and that, it was hard enough with a trio. So
yeah, I bet. And the quintet.
Quintet, well, it's just that one extra guy.
Yeah.
It's an extra variable. So
you didn't even think about it?
No, four is great.
Four is good.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been together?
Well, not too long now. I mean, we did our first gig, I think it was just a few months ago at Elm Street Cafe. So we really haven't been, possibly I'd say since Halloween of last year.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Is that, I noticed, in fact, the tune that we're going to play today is Halloween Blues.
Yeah.
Any significance
Yeah,
there?
sure.
Yeah.
I wrote that on just minutes while I was getting my daughter into her little outfit for Halloween. I just kind of sat down and penciled it out really quickly before the Glass Slipper gig. So.
And you played it that night?
And then we played it that night with the quartet.
Tell us a little bit about the tour in Russia. Sounds like an interesting thing.
Mm-hmm. That was a month with Paul Horn's band, and we arrived in the airport with acres, literally acres of equipment. And I remember a Lada came to pick us up. And it was so typical of the whole thing there at the time. It took us a long time to get out. I think we almost didn't make it out of Russia. It was slightly rough at the time, but it was great. The Russian people are beautiful, and the country's incredible. So we had an amazing time. I'm ready for anything now. Yeah. I'm absolutely ready.
So that was good training in a non-musical sort of sense. So this tour is a significant event in your career. It seems to be anyway.
Yes.
What does it mean to you? You must be excited.
I'm thrilled. It's the most exciting thing, I think, that for me personally as an artist that's ever happened. I'm getting a chance to go and perform my own original music, which I've been on several cross Canada Council funded tours, but I've always been a sideman. And so This is the one chance I've had yet to actually go and perform as a leader, and it's a big responsibility, and at the same time, it's a big thrill.
You gave me a little bit of insight on some things you might be doing later on in the year. Do you have any? I mean, obviously, front and center right now is the tour, but do you have any plans for after that? Anything interesting coming up? Well,
I've got the most interesting thing I have coming up is a gig in New York City in November, and then with Kenny Coleman. So that's going to be something for me to get a chance to go there.
Wow.
It's going to be that's another great opportunity in 1 year.
Yeah.
And as far as the quartet goes, we're always putting things in the works for the future. Hopefully Europe or an American tour.
So you just last month, or was it this month, you finished doing When the Rains Come?
We just finished that. Yeah, I was in the orchestra for that. That was a great show. Yeah.
And that was every night of the week?
Almost, except for Sundays. That was a piece written by Ann Mortefy and Ed Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a big cast?
Yeah, fairly large cast. Yeah, great show, and really interesting music for me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were right down in the pit.
That's right.
10 feet down, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds great. So what have you got coming up this month? Anything in Vancouver?
I've got a gig at the Alma Street Cafe on the 18th of May with Tom Keenlyside, and Roger Baird and I will be doing a duo free jazz on the 27th at Slipper, and then on the 28th I'll be there with Kate Hammett-Vaughan, and Kate will be singing the music of Cole Porter.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to come out and see you this month, there's a couple of things to check out.
Right.
So that's great. I'll be out probably for the the Cole Porter one.
Great,
I like
yeah.
his music.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks a lot for coming in and talking to us today. And,
Okay, thanks a lot, Keith.
Good luck with the tour. I
Yeah.
think it sounds great. I'd love to be in Montreal to see you.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Miles.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.